Hello, welcome back to another weekly update, Stitching Jewels Design. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you've been around before, welcome back. Zuzu's coming over since I started talking. Hello, Zuzu. It's a good dog. I apologize in advance for if I don't sound or look quite right, because we've been sick around here for the last couple weeks. It was quite the ringing in the new year in the household, in the Stitch and Jewels household. The Hubs got sick for a couple weeks, and then a weekend I got sick. My mom got COVID. Ronnie Rowe got COVID. You know, everybody was sick all at the same time, it seems like. So thankfully everybody is much, much better. And the only thing that my husband and I are still dealing with is just this persistent cough, a little bit of hoarse throat at times, runny eyes at times, whatnot, but we're so much better than we were, and finally getting some good night's sleep. So, but it's been a great, other than that, it's been a really positive, great start to the beginning of 2023. If you haven't seen the last couple of videos that I've done in the last month or so, you know that I'm not going to actually go to Nashville this year. Primarily shifting business priorities and really working hard. Zuzu, I don't need, no, this is not about you. And so, so basically just shifting business priorities and trying to just do more in that regards. I mean, go back and watch some of the other videos for a more in-depth, detailed discussion. I'm still a little brain fog from just being sick and the cold medicine and whatnot. So, but ultimately, it's all about mental health. 2023 is going to be all about mental health and just not taking on more than I can chew, being relaxed about it, letting things come to me, but also working on the things that I really want to work on. And I feel like right now, where I'm at with the design business is I'm really excited about the miniature line that we're starting here, as well as some of the black and whites that are coming out. And there's some, hopefully, even more exciting new developments coming in the near future. We'll see. That being said, let's see, where should I start with? I'm going to show you guys, well, actually, okay, new set. I forgot to talk about the new set. So I took everything down that was behind me, primarily because it was all attached to the frame back here in a way that was difficult to kind of move around, and I felt like it just got stale. You know, you're seeing the same me like every single video with the same background, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and change things out every week. So I brought out some of my smaller patterns that have been finished just to show you guys what we're doing here. We've got the purple flower, the purple beauty, basically, mini Book Street, sun worship, and then up there is the monochrome sea turtle. So otherwise, like I said, everything is going to kind of get changed out. So if you're catching a video for the first time, these are examples, these are actual designs that I have on Stitching Jewels Design, which you can find on Etsy. There are two Stitching Jewels on Etsy, actually, and one has cross stitch patterns, and the other one, I'm not really sure exactly what the other one does, but anyway, I think you can tell the difference between our two channels. Link is down below. I also have a website / store where I have even more stuff. And I have decided that soon, trying to work with Etsy and trying to get certain things kind of done, I've discovered I'm not going to be able to do shipping patterns through Etsy. It's just going to be too difficult and sometimes too expensive to do it that way. So I'm going to actually ship out of the website, and eventually I will get that set up, change some of the offerings and get that going. But if you want to find out when that's going to be available, you just have to go over to the stitchingjewelsdesign.com, and there's a little pop-up that'll come up. Subscribe to the email list, and I will send that notification out to everybody when that becomes possible. I don't send very many emails out, once, maybe twice a month, and sometimes not even that. There's a new email that needs to come out with some of the newer patterns that I've been doing, but otherwise we're good. Let's see here. All right, let me show you what progress that I've made this week. On my own patterns, what did I do? Well, let's see. Seriously, like, what did I do with the owl? Did I drop the owl? I dropped the owl. There we go. So monochrome owl is getting closer and closer to getting done. I'm about 3,000 stitches away now. And we're just getting closer. I do not know why this particular pattern is just been so slow for me to stitch, but I am gonna finish it. Hopefully very, very, very soon. We're almost done with it. I love it. I love the way it looks. It's gonna look amazing next to the other monochrome animal designs that I have. I've already been kind of looking into I have so many monochrome designs that I want to stitch myself that I gotta wet this down right there. And so, because it sticks straight up like alfalfa. But I'm definitely looking forward to starting something new. I just gotta get this one done first. Zuzu, back. You're not in the video. Next up, I'm gonna show you is the progress that I've done on my mini owl couple. I've got it, I just have it in the hoop, and you can't quite tell. That almost looks like Thomas the Train. It is not, I'm telling you. But I wanted to show you guys, this is a standard sort of, I don't know, what is that, a 6 inch hoop or so, or something like that. Almost the entire pattern fits in this. The upper corner is there. That's the other corner down to, where is it? Oh, this is the bottom. So it comes all the way over here. I'm just kind of working on this side for now. But just to give you an idea of how small the patterns are, this is, you know, this is what it looks like. So I've seen, I've just been looking at other stores, looking at what they consider to be mini pieces and whatnot. And I know that mine are bigger than their mini pieces, but when you make a mini piece that maybe if oops, look at that, look how pretty that is. That, you know, ends up like being like, you know, maybe like that stitched, and it's only like 200 or 300 stitches. I mean, that's great to do, but I feel like these are a lot more attainable. Like, these will look a lot better when done, and I just got to get this forward enough that I can show that to you. So I got some stitching done. You would think in 2 weeks I would have gotten more, but honestly, that's kind of just how sick I've been. And so back. So there's that one. And then I did get some stitching done on Old World Map 2. So I'm very pleased about that. And I do want to stitch on that every week when I can, when I remember, when I feel motivated. Whoops. And so right here. And so let me show you, I don't know how much you can tell, but I've probably gotten about 300 or 400 stitches done. Oh, if you're new, Old World Map 2 is a project that I bought years ago that I've claimed as my lifetime project. And sadly, I just haven't gotten like a ton of, you know, progress made on it over the years. In fact, I was looking at some, Zuzu, you're messing with the monitor. Go back. So I've looked back and I haven't really made any progress in like 3 or 4 years. So I really need to get into this and really need to stitch. So anyway, that's Old World Map 2. So there's that progress. Yeah, I want to kind of do at least one mini at a time, one black and white at a time, get some Old World Map progress going, and then maybe even start something a little bit bigger. I have a new project, a new, how do I say this? Everything's kind of, I don't know what you're doing. You're messing with stuff. Golden Retriever is very needy at all times. But let me show you the new patterns. So I'll show you the one that I'm like kind of itching to start. Because you guys know me, right? And I have so many that I've started, haven't finished. We all have those. But all right, I'm going to show you the new mini that I have up. Now I have a lot more minis than the one I'm going to show you, but if I showed you guys every single mini, we'd be here for an hour, and you may want that. But and I would like to at some point create some videos that are just about the patterns, but for now we're just going to do this one little mini. So I took the classic flag, the classic American flag design, and I shrunk it. So it's 125 over 65, but as you can imagine, like that's, you know, that's a lot smaller on there. And in fact, I should just grab some floss and just do this one. I actually think I am going to do this one. I might even do it like on 25 or something, like a 1/1 full cross stitch, just to show like how small it can get and what it looks like. 13 colors on this, so really small though, really small. Yeah, hopefully I can get that done and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I got the 2 minis. I'm going to show you a couple of color ones. Now this next one is the one that I kind of want to do because it's kind of ridiculous and too big. And anyway, so this is a famous painting called Battle at Lexington. that hangs in the Library of Congress, I believe. But it depicts and have I showed this to you? I don't know if I showed this to you before. But it depicts sort of like the moments of the first battle of the American Revolutionary War. To me, it's very dramatic. It's very human. It's very visceral. It is very large. It's full coverage. It is 460 by 280. The nice thing, 17 colors. So if you guys remember what, I don't have it around here with me, but my old New York City street scene that I did, it was a really big cross stitch from Cross Stitch Collectibles, but it went fairly quickly because there weren't a lot of colors. And so this is kind of what I'm looking at. But this is one of those like massive, like big, how many times can I say big? Big pieces that I really like. If I was gonna miniaturize this at all, I would probably just remove, I'd probably just select a small portion, like maybe just the gentleman trying to get his musket ready. I might do that, and then the other color one, and I'm pretty proud about this one. First of all, if you like foxes, I know people have been asking me to do a fox monochrome and this and that for a while, and I have so many ideas. I need to just like write down all the things that I'm supposed to do, and I'm trying to. Trust me, I'm trying to. But I finally got a good picture of a fox that I really wanted to do, so I started off with doing it in color. So here's our pretty little fox, our winter fox. I call this one Colorful Fox. It is full coverage, 260 by 175, so it's decent size, 28 colors. And it's just, a little fox curled up in the winter. But I also took this one and made it into a monochrome. There. So actually, let's put these side by side. Let's see, side by side. Can you see it? Yep. Okay. So it's the same picture, just this one's done in monochrome and this one's in color. This one actually is a little bit bigger because monochrome takes a larger size with more pixels to create the same look as, say, a color. I can't explain it well. Never have been able to. But this one is 354 by 239. It's about 18,800 stitches, which is smaller than the monochrome owl. So, but it came out really nice and I really like it. I am also going to do a miniaturized color version of this one as well. So if you like it, but you're like, oh, that's a lot of stitching, stay tuned because I'm going to do a mini version. I'm going to get that out soon as well. And then the last one that I want to show you, again, I've done more than just this, but the last one I'm going to show you monochrome is this. I've been trying to get this one to work for a while and it finally did. I call it Winter Barn. So it's just a barn with snow-covered top, snow-covered trees around it and whatnot. So this is 370 by 240, about 22,000 stitches. But it's a pretty little landscape, little black and white landscape. Again, if you don't know my monochrome pieces, you're letting the white fabric in the background portray all the white, and all you're doing is stitching the black to provide the, provide the actual picture. So there's that. It's too many things to stitch. I'm back to too many things to stitch, not enough time. So that is pretty much it. I can feel my nose getting stuffy right now as we're talking, but I do want to bring back some Stitch With Me's. I cannot talk for an hour just yet. Like right now, I'm kind of reaching my max talking level right now. And we're at 14 minutes along, so excuse me. So we've got a lot of good stuff going on with the channel. I'm getting a lot of good stitching done. We will start doing some Stitch With Me's again. It may not be hour-long videos, we'll see, but I will try and get those done. There's a lot of things that I want to do. We all know that. I kind of get all like scatterbrained and I do a lot of different things, but ultimately my goal is to kind of turn the design business into a full-fledged business that has a lot of meaningful, beautiful, artistic, fun cross-stitch that you guys out there will want to stitch and that you will find meaning and fun and art in as well. And it's stuff that you can really be, proud of putting up in your house and, whatever that means for you. So I know there's more to talk about, but I think that's it. We got a bunch of snow yesterday, got about 8-9 inches. I had to work. I'm a courier now, so we don't. It's us, the post office, and either UPS or FedEx, Amazon. We're the ones, usually the only ones out there driving when the snow gets bad. But it's really not that big of a deal. You get used to it, and it's I find it fun. So outside of that, I think we're good. So totally forgot. I've been talking to Ronnie. Ronnie Rowe Design. We were talking back and forth. It was funny. I was listening to I wasn't watching it. I was listening to his most recent video, and he mentioned my name, and I was like, what? And we talked again last night, and there's some cool things coming out in the future, but he's got some interesting mini designs that he's working on, and he's got all his new releases are coming out. And I highly recommend that you go take a look at them because they're very pretty. Beautiful, pretty, striking. It just, I don't have the words for it. So Ronnie is the reason why I do cross stitch design. He's really the reason why I do monochrome cross stitch patterns. I would encourage you guys to go check him out. Subscribe to him. He tells lots of good stories, and he's a great guy. So I think that's it for now. If I forgot anything, I apologize. But I think I'm at my limit, and I will see you guys very soon. Happy stitching. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me here. You can also email me, stitchingjewels@gmail.com. Yeah, I'll see you guys around, and take care. Bye.